Good morning to one and all. This is Dr. Sujata, Assistant Professor, University College of Education, Adikavinanna University. Today I am going to give you a lecture on classroom management. Classroom management. It is a key element to establish a successful environment in any class. That we know that we are, as a teachers, we are regularly going to the class and standing in the class and observing student behavior in the class, and we are motivating the students regarding our concepts and regarding their general and personal awareness, and we are giving rules and regulations to the students. These are all a regular activity in our life as a teachers. So how we can manage a beautiful classroom? It's very difficult to manage a class within 1 hour or 45 minutes. It is very difficult to manage the class in a successful manner, but as a teachers we have that ability and we have that commitment to give a success in a class, to give a successful life in a class. So how we can manage a classroom? See, classroom management, a good management is creates a beautiful growth of the student. As the first day of the first year in the academic, a student entered into the class, they should know that what are the rules and regulations of a class. When the classroom is managed properly, means it ensures that a student and teachers both are in a same page. So here, as a teacher, as a students, both are playing a same roles in a class, but it's depend on situation. And also sometimes a teacher loses their patience, but it is very difficult to regain their control power on the students. Here students need the support, and here students need that skills of learning, and here students need that all kinds of ability to learn and to follow the rules and regulations and learning practices from the teachers. Here a good practice, good environment, good management, where it comes from the structure of the class. It comes from the involvement of the class. The student involvement is very necessary, and there is a need of learning practices in a various way given by the teacher. So what is the structure of the classroom? It is nothing but the foundation of the classroom. Whether a teacher is giving a suitable facilities, resources to the students or not, we have to check. The physical resources are available for the students, we have to see. So here, what are the physical environment? How the management of the physical environment? The tables, desk, and available in the students are not, we have to see. And if there is a need of any permanent racks are available in the class. Otherwise, there is a need of a blackboard and whiteboard. There is a discussions are going on between the student teacher and between the friends. They can clarify themselves in the class itself. So there is a need of a physical environment. And also, what is the seating arrangement? Is it giving a proper seating arrangement to the students or not? We have to see. And whether the students are facing towards the teachers, and the remaining space is utilized by creating any role plays and skits in the class itself. That is the activity based education. So here, as a teacher, they should provide all kinds of resources and facilities, a physical environment to the students. Then only they can give well, and they can aware of the ability to how can survive in the class. They know that. Here I'm going to give you a different kinds of concepts regarding classroom management. So what are the aims and objectives of classroom management? What are the aims? So a teacher should encourage the desired behavior of the students. So what kind of students are coming to the class? So students are varied in attitudes. Students are different kinds, and they are coming from various regions and various localities. So how, as a teacher can train up the students in a class? So we have to understand, and we have to give a proper rules and regulations to the students, and whether they are what are the we can allow to the class or what not to the students. Just we have to give a proper training to the students, and as a teacher they should give a proper guidance to develop the interpersonal communication between the students, and also between the teacher and student, and also a very good disciplinary actions are we have to see whether they are following all kinds of needy things, and they are knowing about the general and physical environment in the class or not. As a teacher we have to check. So many more the concepts are available in this session, and I'm going to give you through PowerPoint presentation the concepts and the approaches, and in what way we can build the relationship between a student and teacher. Just we have to move on to the concepts. So what is the definitions of classroom environment? Wang and Wang said that the definition regarding the classroom environment: all of the things that a teacher does to organize students, space, time and materials so that a student learning can take place. That is according to the Wang and Wang. Next one gave a beautiful definition regarding the classroom management: Sternberg and Williams. So classroom management in a set of techniques and skills that allow a teacher to coordinate the students effectively in order to create a positive learning environment for all the students. So here a teacher does to organize all the things. That is how the teacher works, how the class works, in the way the teacher and the students work together, and how teaching and learning is going on in a class. So this is a teacher effort to the establish and maintain the classroom in a effective way. So that is a beautiful definitions. And what is the concept of a classroom management? What is a concept? So here the management of the classroom is an art and a science. From a technical point of view, this administration depends on the personality of the teacher and his style in dealing with the students in the classroom and outside it. The management of the class takes note of its own laws and procedures. It is a set of behavioral patterns used by the teacher to provide an appropriate learning environment and maintain it to achieve the desired educational goals. So here a systematic designing of a classroom environment is to create condition in which effective teaching and learning is going on. Here teachers to be skillful in directing classroom activities, and students has to follow the rules strictly. So that is a concept of a classroom management. Next, what is the importance of classroom management? To maintain a positive classroom atmosphere. So there is a classroom management issues are of a highest concern for beginning the teachers. So there is a experience and a satisfaction of enjoyment in learning. All these are, it's depend on how she leads the students to cooperate with themselves. So what are those here? To maintain a positive classroom atmosphere, to manage classroom resources effectively, to manage class time effectively, and also to manage the student successful way, and to promote effective teaching and to reduce misbehavior in the classroom, to enhance student achievement, to promote positive behavior among the students. So this to be a very important notice to manage a good classroom. Next, the need for the classroom management. What is the need of a classroom management? It is a purely student-centric method, and it encourages the active learning, and it motivates adaptive learning, and it is an invitational environment, and it concentrates on rules and regulations, and it develops a mutual respect, and it creates a positive environment and gives a good firm discipline, and it encourages variedness in teaching, and it provides learning opportunities also. Okay, those are the need of the classroom environment. And next we go to the teachers. What are the teachers' roles? They should follow to develop a teacher-student relationship, and also student-student relationship. So it should show that the respect, and it encourages that their expressions of opinions, and it should display the students' work, and they should be enthusiastic, and it should use a positive humor in the class, and should serve as a role model of the students. So it should be fair to all students, and should give a provision of rewards and recognition, any kind of awards. Next, we are going to see classroom management techniques. What are the techniques? There is three kinds of techniques we are going to learn. That is autocratic classroom management, and democratic classroom management, and laissez-faire classroom management. So first we see that autocratic classroom management. Okay, here a teacher has a right of passing orders and decision making. Here the relationship between student and teacher is dominated by fear and obeying and carrying out the instruction without discussion, arguing or interruption. Students here are passive, and the communication between them are vertical, that is descending from upper to lower. So this kind of management technique may succeed in achieving the short-term assignments, that the routine characteristics are those where attention is spent on quality rather than quantity performance. So as a teacher rarely achieves a long-term objectives or a high quality of performances. Okay, next, democratic classroom management. Here the students are very concerned in sharing their decisions on their learning, and which has its impact on realizing their aims. The student who shares in a decision making will accept the teacher and will not object. So what happened? The general and personal objectives of the students will be the harmony and constancy. A teacher of democratic management establishes a good relationship between him and his students. It is expected that an important part of his influence power on them is stemmed from this relationship, as he exchanges the feelings of acceptance and appreciation. So there is a free hand education is available in this democratic classroom management. Next, third one is a laissez-faire classroom management. This kind of management is by giving students freedom to execute what they feel correct and suitable for them. The teacher here doesn't impose a view over his students, and he enjoys a lovable personality, and his relation with his students is full of respect and appreciation. This style may be beneficial and may achieve important results in situations where students are of highly mature level concerning their assignments, such as case with managing the distinguished students. So this may be accused by giving more than desired freedom level, or by weakness and shortcoming, because the responsibility is not limited. So furthermore, this may cause the students to be less serious and interested as a result of lack of clear philosophy. So there is no guidance, there is no need of guidance of the teacher here. There is a free bird of the student. We are seeing laissez-faire classroom management. Next, we focus on managing with the different types of students. So there are so many types of students are present in the classroom. So how can we manage? So first, the management of a leader. A leader is an individual who is able to guide the students through the learning process in a way that students are able to understand and use the knowledge they have acquired through the assistance of the teacher. They always have a good ideas and act as a role models to the other followers. So that's why students and teachers adore leaders. Okay, next, management of the follower. So followers are subordinates who have a less power, authority and influence than do their superiors. They will always be in the shadow of leadership, but there are no leaders without followers. Good followers have their egos under control. They have a good interpersonal skills and they didn't expect any personal recognition from others. The third one is the management of the passive learners. So passive learners are very quiet. These people very quietly take in new information and knowledge, but they very typical don't engage with the information what they get. They may not interact with the people, share their insights or contribute to the conversation. So these behavioral of the students can negatively impact their learning experiences. Okay, so we move on to the classroom management approaches. Okay, we know that the approach and maintaining a good discipline, these are established a clear rule and expectations. All include recommendations for preventive measures and all the positive and in a practical manner. So here there is a preventive approach. This involves creating positive classroom community with a mutual respect between a teacher and a student. So here the student adopting this approach, the teacher should treat the student with a warm acceptance and caring the attitudes. So assertive approach, next is. So in this kind of approach, the teacher is to specify the rules of behavior and consequences for disobeying them. Next, business management approach. This emphasizes the organization and management of the student as they engage in their academic work, task orientation that is focused on the business and orderly accomplishment of academic work leads to the clear set of procedure for the students and teachers to follow. Next one is a behavioral management approach. So naturally it spends some time personal history of a candidate or on searching for the reasons for the particular problems, or they are sharing with the student teacher also. So next one is a group guidance approach. So it is totally based on the manipulating or changing the surface behavior of the student and as an individuals or in a group also. Next, acceptance approach. It is rooted in humanistic psychology and maintains that every person has a prime need for acceptance. Next one is a culturally responsive approach. So it is a natural extension of culturally responsive teaching with uses background of the students, prior knowledge and learning styles in daily lessons. With this, we finished classroom management approaches. Thank you, students.